Hey guys and gals, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is BNSF 6951. I am your host and I am Vinny. If you guys are interested in model train layouts, model train layout updates, run sessions and op sessions, how about if you're interested in scratch builds and kit builds? Well, we do that too. Tips, tricks, and techniques are also included in my videos. So if you guys are interested in any kind of these videos, please consider to subscribe. And after you subscribe, hit the bell. This way you'll get notified when I upload a video or do a live stream. And when you get done with all of that, please give me a thumbs up. That helps my analytics in YouTube. With all of that being said, we'll be back shortly. Let's get on with the video. This Vinny Vid production brought to you by Yankee Dabbler. For all your model railroad needs, check out Yankee Dabbler. Don't forget, 7% discount with BNSF 6951. And by Highways and Byways, awesome street graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad layout. If you guys are looking for sophisticated model railroad electronics, Logic Rail Technologies has what you need. For a 5% discount on certain items, use code BNSF6951. Alright guys, now it's time for the next step on your layout. Trees! I have been dealing with Bob for 7 years now, and he does excellent work on his trees. So if you need some trees on your layout, check out Long Shadow's Trees. Tell him the Cuz sent you. Well, good morning my YouTube friends. How are you? I am not going to tell you what time of the day it is, but as you can see, it is fairly dark. I don't have any lights on. The only thing that's lighting me up right now is the my monitor on my computer. Anyhow, I'm going to call this video Layout Update 11A. And only because I'm calling it 11A because it's not going to be on the expansion, but it's going to be on finding the electrical problem and what I am going to do to correct that electrical problem. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's get on to the video and I'll show you where I started. So stay tuned and we will be right back. Alright guys, this is kind of hard for me to do right now because I'm hand holding the camera and trying to get stuff out of the way so you can actually see what I'm doing. Anyhow, you guys have seen how I've done this in a previous video. On this particular side is going to remain the same, but as I get further down, I'm going to actually have one of these terminal blocks for the yellow and one terminal block for the green because I had several of the yellow wires going into one of the connectors. So I want to do is have each yellow wire and each green wire have its own connection, so if there's ever a short, I can take care of it that way, by just disconnecting one wire at a time instead of doing what I had to do here. Anyhow, like I said, there's still a whole bunch of stuff I need to do, and this is all before I hook up the PM42. I need to get all this straightened out, and I have some other electrical connectors coming, and hopefully you'll be here in the next couple of days. Anyhow, with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and continue on what I am doing, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now. Alright guys, this is to give you a look of how this has all been done. Now these two wires right here go to my panel and turns on a light telling me I have track power. And then these guys right here are my data lines for the local net. Anyhow, as you can see up there, if I run into a problem now, each wire I can take off individually, whether it be the yellow ones or the green ones. And I tried to be as neat as I could. So anyhow, I'm going to show you what I did up on top. Alright guys, now that you've seen what the bottom of this section looks like, now I'll show you what I did up here. These wires right here are coming directly up from the from the terminal block here and here. And so what I did was I jump it from here to the track, and again from here to the track, just to see how, if the short went away. So now you got to remember that this section right here, up to this major piece of paper right here, is all disconnected from the rest of the layout. So if this works out, this will be block number 1. As soon as it comes out of the hole, up to here will be block number 1. Now, let's see if we actually got rid of the short. So stay tuned. I'm going to set my camera on a tripod and we're going to go. No, I don't have to. We can just walk around. Just so you guys know that I am doing this. Alright. Now, this is my DCC system. It's a Digitrack DCS 100 Super Chief. And as soon as I turn on the power, the system will come alive. So let's do that right now. You should get 1 beep. There you go. Now, this is the test right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this throttle. This is my main throttle. This is what I turn the track panel on with. And we're going to go back into the other room. Alright. Now, we're in the other room. And if the short is gone, then when I turn track power on, I should not get any beeps whatsoever. So, I'll go ahead and plug in there. And you can see that my unit is alive. So now what I need to do is go down here on the bottom and hit this power button. And then hit yes. And you see the light came on down there. And you hear the locomotive starting up. So let's see if it actually runs. Now it's not going to run too far because I still have all the wires that need to be hooked up. But I think that as far as this section goes, there is no short. So let's see if we can get this to go. How about going the other way? Alright guys, we're going to put it onto this track and see how it goes. I'm doing this with one hand, and I really hate doing that. Let me switch hands here so I can kind of hold this and push. Oops, we're not going on. Come on. I think my front trucks are off. But anyhow, let's see how that goes. So far we're looking pretty good, I gotta say that. And we'll test out this last track, and if that's good, then we'll see what other kind of mess we can get into. Maybe I'll just end the video here, I don't know. I really can't go any further until I do more wiring repairs. So with that being said, this might be the end. So stay tuned, we'll see if that will be. Alright guys, what you're looking at is the Digitrax PM42 that I mentioned in my last video. I got it surprisingly pretty fast. Anyhow, let's open this up and see what exactly is in here. And this is Digitrax, by the way. And it looks like there's a lot of soldering that's going to be done on this, because this is the edge board. You guys can see that. And this is where that's got to go. And you got to put it on there. And so basically what you need to do is figure out where all these pins got to go and all of that. And there are some detailed instructions, and there are some really cool videos out there to see how this is done. But what I got to say is that when I went to Yankee Dabbler's page, when I went to the Digitrax page to look at the PM42, they had a second product there, and this product is going to make life so much easier to hook this up, and that is this company called Acculights. And what it is a breakout circuit board that will go in place of this guy. So let's open this guy up and see what it is. All right, so you can use one or two, either a command station and a booster, or two command stations, or whatever. As long as you have these two pins on here like this, jumped like this, it's set up for one command station. So anyhow, you'll just take this guy and you'll just put him on here, hopefully. There you go. And now you have this configuration. So you would have your command station coming in here, and whatever color they recommend putting track A wire on top. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put track A wire on top, and then these here are your outputs. And again, whatever side you put the track A, you put the track A on here. So I'm using yellow and green, so my track A would be yellow, so the yellow would go up here on the top, and then the yellow here, here, and here. Now also, one of these can be used as a reversing unit. All you have to do is take these guys off and turn them around and jump them in the opposite way. These are jumpers, by the way. Let's see if I can get one off. You can see that that's a jumper right there. So what you do is you'll take this off, and instead of putting it horizontal, you'll put it vertical, and you'll jump these two pins, those 4 pins with these two little thingamabosses here. And there is a way this has got to go on. You can see the contacts inside there. So let's put that back on so it don't get lost. All right. Now the only thing left is for this right here is going to be a 12 to 18 volt power supply, either AC or DC. Wall wart would work fine for that. And then you have some buttons over here that I still have not checked out and read yet. You have some LEDs down here. I guess we'll tell you when the system is running. So yeah, so this should be pretty easy to hook up. Also got LocoNet sockets right here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to putting this thing together. I wasn't expecting to do this on my layout, only because I've never done it before. I mean, I wanted to get away from the toggle switches and the blocks and all of that stuff. But anyhow, I guess this is the way we got to do it. So with all that being said, next step is to go out to the layout and let me show you guys what I'm going to be doing out there. So stay tuned, and we will be back very soon. Alright guys, the next project we're going to have to do is, where are we going to mount this guy? So I'm looking around, and I come across this piece of wood right here. Right here. That fits the entire width of this leg supports. And so now I have the opportunity to put this basically anywhere I want to put it on this board. Plus I also will be able to mount the electronics for the gate crossings. They'll have to go down here also. So yeah, this is a good idea right now. And I know it looks pretty ugly right now, but I do have some leftover paint that I will paint it. It's a beige color. I know there you go, you can see the color right there. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this, and we'll see how this is going to work out. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, I don't think I'm going to give it a second coat. I mean, this one looks decent. I just want to cover up all the black spray paint that I used this board for at one time. So yeah, this will be pretty interesting to do all of this. It's a whole new aspect of my layout. Anyhow, we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Bye for now. Alright guys, getting back to where I'm going to mount my BM42 or whatever it is. I decided I'm going to put it right there, because this is where the bus line will come in. These are where the bus lines will go out, and then we have the up here we'll have the local net connections. Anyhow, I went ahead and marked it. As you can see, I got a couple of dots right there where the screws are going to go, and I'm going to go ahead and drill this out, and we'll go ahead and mount this. So stay tuned, and here we go. Alright. Alright. Next thing is we're going to use these number 6 by 3/4 inch screws. And I just picked up the wrong ones. Alright, let me go get the right screws. I'll be back shortly. Alright guys, there's going to be a change in plans here. I unfortunately don't have screws small enough to fit in these 2 holes here. So I'm deciding, okay, I'll put the screws down here. But when I put this up against here, it's not flat. So I don't want to put a screw in here and bend the board. So what I'm going to do, and I always say this, if you run into a situation, adapt and overcome. Now I don't even know if this is going to work, but the lighting I'm using to light up my layout came with these 2-sided tape, and these are really strong. I got all my lights mounted to wood using these. So my thought would be to take one of these, and like I said, I don't know if this is going to work because I don't know if it's going to be tall enough, but anyhow, I'm just going to put this right on here like this. It's like that. And again, like I said, I don't think it's going to pass these. So we'll just have to see. If not, I might have to use 2. Alright, so I just peeled the backing off. And let's see if it's going to stick up here. Well, that looks like a good thing. Except it's crooked. Yeah, let me see if I can pull it off again, maybe? No, I can't pull it off. So I'm just going to leave it just the way you see it. Anyhow, let me show you the rest of this update, and then we'll call this video good. So stay tuned, and we will be back shortly. Alright guys, as you can see, I did mount this, and I'm kind of nervous about this being so far away from the backboard. So, it happens to be that a paint stirrer stick is the exact size that I need to put behind here, just to give it a little bit of support, just like that. So what I'm going to do is take another one of those 2-sided sticky dealies, and we're going to put him on there. We'll put the Home Depot on the inside so you don't see the Home Depot. Alright. And now just peel off the backing. Alright, so now I'm just going to gently pull this forward, get this behind there, and just push it. It's better than having the total 1/8 inch of movement back there. Anyhow, I'm not going to wire this up now. I'm waiting for some electrical connectors to get here. They should be here today, but I will take you up to the top of the layout and I'll show you the rest of this this update. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, the last item on this video is going to be the lighting that my darling daughter got me, the last set that I needed. And these come 6 to a pack, as you can see, and so they're all up there. And I did take the advice of my little brother Roy Hardwick, and I did move these lamps down here rather than behind the beam up there. Anyhow, the other thing my daughter got me was a new pair of Xeron track cutters. Anyhow, I think that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys and gals enjoyed it, and as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.